Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a brand new Fallout 76 video. So, bit of a random late night one this evening, but Bethesda have just dropped the community calendar for August, and I thought I'd update you because it doesn't seem to have gone out through the usual means, and it's a bit of a weird one in the sense that normally August would be included in the community calendar alongside June and July, and it would all go out at the start of the season, but for some strange reason, this time around Bethesda didn't do that. My hunch, and it is wild speculation to be fair, is that maybe they weren't quite sure how August and September might pan out with regards to the arrival of the next update with all the building changes and stuff. I'm guessing they're expecting things to go according to the usual plan there because we now have it, and judging by the way things sort of fall on this community calendar, it looks like we will be getting the update at the expected time, which is to say the first Tuesday of the month, of September in this case, which actually would be the second. So, let's have a look at what they've dropped for us. Here is the graphic. So, first up, at the end of July, on the 29th, we are getting Fasnacht back for 2 weeks, which is interesting. Obviously, there's a whole load of new Fasnacht rewards this year round. There's some good stuff in there. There's some nice sort of camp bits and pieces, as well as new masks and stuff. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who didn't get them, because the RNG and Fasnacht obviously is notoriously rough. So yeah, having another bite of the apple there is great, although it's a little bit surprising in the sense that they didn't go for something else like the Big Bloom, which also has a whole load of similarly nice camp stuff in it and is brand new, so you'd think they'd have maybe emphasised that one. But either way, there's definitely a load of good rewards, and I suspect there will be some that people missed out on. I know there's a few that right off the top of my head that I will take the opportunity to grab when Fasnacht comes back at the end of this month, on the 29th. So after that, or overlapping with that rather, we've got Double Score and Murmur's Special Pick, neither of which are vastly interesting. Double Score's nice because that's running towards the last part of the season, but the season is a full-length one, so hitting the end of it's not as challenging as it often is. But there's some good bits on this current scoreboard, so yeah. Not a terrible thing to have, for sure. Gold Rush and Double Mutations is not very interesting. We have a new mini-season arriving on August the 12th, running for, that looks to be 2 weeks again. So mini-seasons are their renamed sort of challenge events, I suppose, that they've been doing every so often for a while. Basically, if you go into your menu in-game, open up the map, open up the menu, and go down to the challenges thing, when one of these is running, there's an events thing on the list of challenges, an events subheading, which is not there the rest of the time. So that's where you find the challenges for that mini-season. Normally, they issue a free item via the Atomic Shop that you have to have equipped, usually a piece of clothing or a backpack or something like that. And then you complete the challenges with that equipped, and that's how you progress in the now renamed earlier this year, anyway, mini-season. So yeah, we're getting another one of those in summer. I believe, rumour has it, that something like might have gotten data mined, so I think some people probably have had a gander at that one. I tend to stay away from that sort of thing, but yeah, it's good to know. It's a little something coming next month that makes things a bit more interesting than they might otherwise have done. Which, to be fair, Fasnacht, I suppose, is kind of doing as well with a seasonal event there. So yeah, that's August 12th through to the 26th. In and around that, there's another script surplus, so double script for scripting legendaries at legendary exchange machines at train stations and the like. Mutated public events from the 19th to the 26th, and that final weekend of August, the 28th through till Monday the 1st of September, is Hunt for the Treasure Hunter, which is always good for extra legendaries and a few other bits and pieces as well. There's some really good rewards on that event as well. So yeah, there's actually a couple of good bits and pieces spaced throughout August. Fasnacht, then as soon as that ends you've got the mini-season, and as soon as that ends pretty much, Treasure Hunter. So yeah, there should be enough to keep us reasonably busy throughout the month of August, which is nice because I'm coming towards the end of the season now, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people who are as well. So I imagine there's a few people who want to take advantage of that. Or at least it'll give people a reason to play, or more of a reason to play, once they've crossed off all the major targets in terms of the game. So, yeah, 1st of September is an interesting one. Obviously, it's a Monday. It's usually when these sort of weekend-long events like Hunt for the Treasure Hunter end. That means that the 2nd is a Tuesday, and obviously Bethesda haven't said anything officially yet, but the fact that there's no September section of the community calendar currently available, and it ends right before a Tuesday, does seem to hint that they might be targeting the 2nd of September for the next update, which will be the end of Season 21, the start of Season 22, and the arrival of the camp building update and all the stuff that's currently on the public test server. So yeah, my guess is that's what they're going for. I would strongly advise, if you are working your way through the season still, that you work on the assumption that that's what they're going for. They always deliver it on a Tuesday, or almost always, barring national holidays and stuff, and that's not going to be an issue here, I don't think. I don't know, when's Labor Day in the US? Somewhere around there, isn't it? Actually not far away from there. But I don't think it's going to get in the way anyway, so... that notwithstanding, it's probably a good idea to make sure you are ready for the season to change over at that point. But yeah, that's cool. Incidentally, if you're interested in seeing some of the stuff on the upcoming updates, stuff that's currently on the PTS, either the combat changes, perk changes, stuff like that, I'll link a couple of videos around and probably somewhere up in this corner for that, so you can take a look at that. And obviously I also had a look at the building mechanics as well, done a couple of builds with the new system now, and it's been looking pretty cool, so I'll make sure I link those around if you want to check that out. But yeah, cool. August looks pretty good, I guess. Hope you guys found that useful and informative. If you did, you know where the buttons are. Likes and subs are always very, very much appreciated. Social media links in the description if you want to get semi-reliable updates and notifications and stuff like that, because YouTube is not that reliable at the moment. And down below we have channel memberships on the blue join button if you're interested in supporting the channel that way. I humongously appreciate it. Massive thank you to everyone who's done that. And yeah, if you get a chance, join us for live streams as well. We've played a little Fallout 76 tonight. Got through it fairly quickly actually today, so kind of ran out of stuff to do a little bit. But yeah, with that one crossed off, we're also checking out the Altars and Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. So we've got some sci-fi survival and base building on one hand, and Dark Elder Scrolls-like indie on the other, which has been really cool as well. So yeah, if you feel like checking out the streams, weekday evenings. But for now, I'll say thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.